What's up everybody, we're back with another Fortnite tutorial. If you haven't seen the first one where I go over the skill and research trees, I'll leave a link in the description down below. As you can tell by the title, we'll be going over survivors, squads, and stats in this particular tutorial. These systems are all interconnected and make up a huge bulk of your character's power, maybe even more so than your skill trees. So let's find out exactly how these three things work together. We'll be going over the four major stats in Fortnite. These are Fortitude, Offense, Resistance, and Tech. Conveniently, they spell out Fort, which I'm sure is no coincidence. Fortitude is the health of your character and is represented by a heart. Each additional point of fortitude you have increases the health of your character as well as the health regeneration rate by 1%. Offense increases your weapon damage by 1% per point, and it's represented by the cross swords icon. Pretty straightforward. Resistance increases your shield and shield regeneration rate by 1% per point. Every hero has both a health pool as well as a shield. Damage is first absorbed by the shield before your character loses any health, and the shield regenerates pretty fast compared to health. This is actually really useful if you plan to play something up close like ninjas. Finally, we have Tech, which increases your trap, ability, and gadget damage as well as the healing done by 1% per point, and it's represented by the flaming wrench. Weapons and heroes obviously play a big role in your character's power, but these stats actually provide a surprisingly significant power boost. I used to get disappointed when I see that golden llama and only end up opening a legendary survivor, but now that I realize how strong they actually are, it's not so bad. Survivors, like the rest of your items, come in a number of different rarities, the highest being mythic. If we take a look at the survivor card, we can see that there's a couple of things going on here. First off, we see each card has a power level shown on the top left corner. Like heroes, you can level them up and evolve them to increase their power. The higher the power level, the more stat bonuses they give. The stars underneath the picture represents their current evolution level, just like your hero cards. Finally, we have two symbols at the bottom. The one on the left represents the survivor's personality, and the one on the right represents some type of additional bonus. These can range from things like extra health, ability damage, more shield, etc. Both of these traits are completely random, and the exact same survivor can have different traits. But what exactly are they for? The purpose of these traits is to form your survivor squads based on matching these traits in order to generate even bigger bonuses. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of creating your squads, let me give you a rundown of the various squad systems. Here we have our squad page, and you can see that there's three different types of squads: your survivor squads, defender squads, and expedition squads. If you're just starting the game, you may only have your survivor squads unlocked, but don't worry, you'll get the rest later. Survivor squads are by far the most important squads because they directly influence your home base power as well as drastically increase your character's tankiness and damage. On the squad homepage, fort bonuses are listed, and remember, each point increases your stat by 1%. That means thanks to my survivor squad, I have a total bonus of 195% extra health and health regen for my currently selected hero. You can see how insane these bonuses can get. At the bottom, you'll also find any special bonuses from your survivors listed. We'll come back to survivor squads in a bit, but right now let's move on to the defender squads. The defender squad allows you to equip your defenders to help you out in your storm shield defense missions. In order to deploy them, you need to place a defender post on a floor tile somewhere in your home base and give them weapon and ammo. In its current state, defenders are pretty useless in my opinion. They burn through ammo like crazy, and they're not even effective at killing husks. You're better off searching for actual players to help you out. The entire defender system is pretty irrelevant except for players who are insistent on doing everything solo. As a result, I pretty much haven't touched my defender squads. Expedition squads allows you to send heroes on missions to retrieve supplies or survivors. In order to do so, you need to unlock the various vehicles required to send your heroes out, and these can be found throughout the skill and research trees. When you send a hero out on an expedition, you won't be able to select them to play. For this reason, I usually send all my best heroes on expeditions right before I log out so I can get a couple of decent crafting materials when I next log back on. Expeditions have varying durations as well as expiry times. New expeditions will cycle in and out occasionally, so be on the lookout for something that will be beneficial to you. Usually, the longer the duration, the better the rewards. Expeditions are also sorted based on target squad power, denoted by the lightning symbol on the top left. You need to send a team with equal power level to the expedition target power in order to have a 100% success rate. Anything less and your chance of failure will increase. There's also slot bonuses where if you send in specific hero classes on a mission, you'll get bonus power for that mission. And that's pretty much it for expeditions. They don't contribute much to your game power in any way and only acts as another method of gaining crafting materials. With the squad explanations out of the way, let's take a deeper look at the survivor squads. There's a total of 8 different squads, 2 for each type of stat. In the beginning, you'll only have your your EMT squad and your Fireteam Alpha squad unlocked, and additional squads can be unlocked through the skill and research trees. Here we have our main squad editing page. On the left, it shows all the total stats of our current selected hero with all the survivor bonuses. On the right, we have our survivor team. Each team consists of a leader survivor and 7 squad members. It's important to know that leader survivors are different from normal survivors and they cannot be used interchangeably. Leaders tend to be rare, and for that reason, you're usually building your team around that leader. Remember how we talked about the different personalities each survivor has? This particular leader has the analytical trait, which means that if I slot in squad members that also have the analytical trait, you'll get some stat bonuses. Squad leaders also have roles, and each represents one of the 4 squad types. If you match them, you'll get another stat bonus. But there's an issue here that not everyone knows about. The personality match bonus is only significant if the survivor you're slotting in is the highest rarity survivor you have. Now let me explain this. If we look at this particular squad, everyone has matching personalities, so there's a decent bonus. But if we select the rare survivor, which gives 12 Fortitude, we can see that every other epic survivor, regardless of their personality, also gives 12 or more Fortitude, given that they're at the same level. So matching really doesn't matter if you have another survivor of a higher rarity. In general, it's always better to slot in a higher rarity survivor if you have one. One final thing about the survivor squads, each slot of the squad needs to be unlocked, and if you want to find out which node in particular you need to unlock, just simply click on the slot and it'll take you straight to it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you like my content, please consider subscribing and share my videos, as it really helps my channel grow. You can also follow me on Twitter for content updates, and let me know in the comments down below what other videos you'd like to see. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.